I sent you the link. No problem. I try. None on top, but I have one here. All right, folks, welcome to the semifinals of the Cumberland Grads, facing off against the Richmond Osgoode Romans in game number 5 of this tournament. Grads advance this Saturday morning. The other semifinal game is being played right now. Winner of both these games get to play in the finals later this afternoon. Let's see if the Grads can advance. Cumberland wearing their blue sweaters today. Richmond Osgoode Romans in white. Cumberland starting off to our left. Players are huddling pre-game, getting the chat in just before puck drop. Sponsors for the game tonight: King Concrete Ottawa, Voyage Extraordinaire, McFadden Custom Harvesting, Dennis Crew Limited. Thank you very much to our sponsors for providing funding and support to the Cumberland Grads in order for them to pay for tournaments, development, and other team activities. Thank you to our sponsors. There we go. Looks like starting goaltender, number 50, Eric Crew. Starting lineup, number 12, Cajon. Number 18, Quiche. 88, Wojcik. 71, Cosgrove. And at center, McFadden, number 13. Puck dumped, icing waved off. Hold on, folks. Hold on, folks, just readjusting the camera angle here. Backdoor play, and it's 1-0. Shot on net with a rebound. Backdoor is open. Romans are able to capitalize on that and stick it in the back of the net. What comes around? Ramot in the corner with pressure. Romans regain possession. Shot on net, backdoor play. Save, another rebound and another goal. All right. Romans at the puck. Misplay on the pass. Get it back to the center. Dump and change. Giveaway by the Grads in their zone. Toronto able to recover it. Sends it across to White. White pressured against the boards. Dumps it in deep. Cam in front. Couldn't shoot. Cooking on the play. Crew to the bench for the extra attacker. Paranto backhands it to Baptiste. Grads regain possession until Osgoode touches up the puck. And we're going to have a face-off in the Osgoode zone. Power play Grads. Romans rim the puck to the point. Keish keeps it in. The half boards. Cam with the cross ice pass to Wojcik. Wojcik couldn't connect on the one-timer. And the Romans gain possession, set in down the ice. Romans on the wing. Short side shot. Crew gets a shaft on that. As Cam picks it up behind his net. He's pressured in the zone. That's a stop and turn. Avoid a stick check. He skates it in to the Romans end. Cam in the corner. Circles around the net. Leaves it to Keish. Keish walks in. Shot on net. Goalie holds on. For a whistle. 1:13 left in a penalty to the Osgoode Romans. 2-0 game. Back to the point. Shot on net by Hogg. Goalie gets a glove on it, but not enough to hold it. Puck's on the half boards on the right wing. Ref yelling to move it. Whistles. Face off coming to the left of the goalie. Strangely, there's no delay of game penalty this time. McFadden pushes the puck forward. Romans rim it. Lamotte keeps it in, sends it back deep. Cosgrove putting pressure, hits his man, covers the puck. Still tied up in the corner. Levesque, the puck behind the net. Turning, looking, shot on net. Goalie knocked it off. Whistle is blown. 31 seconds left in the Grads power play. Referee having a talk with the goalie, warning him not to knock the net off anymore. Cam pulls it back. Baptiste over to Lamotte, bouncing puck, couldn't handle it. Lamotte sends it in, that's tipped just over the net. Hogg at the line. Back deep. Romans get the puck out and down the ice. Icing waved off as Grads have a power play. White on the half boards. Through center to Cam. Cam enters his zone, gets hit. Puck comes back to Lamotte. Back even strength. Cam past the red, dumps it in. That's gets a ref. Owen White to Baptiste. Baptiste with a nice little move. He gets knocked down on the way to the net. Baptiste with the puck. He gets hit in the head. No penalty. Owen White got checked. No penalty as well. Refs are letting these boys play. Osgoode, Richmond Owens enter the zone with speed along the wall. Centering pass. Nobody there to receive it. Battle along the boards. Shot on net. That goes far and wide. From the point. Shot on net. Who gets a stick on that? Sends it to the corner. Battle in the corners. Ringed on the half boards. That's it. Can't get it out. Shot on net. That goes wide. Brothers getting harassed in the corner. Cam jamming the puck behind the net. Gets it to White. White gets it to the blue and out just as the Grads go for a well-deserved change. Romans back in. Donato gets dumped. No penalty on the play. D-to-D pass. Romans in the corner with a puck. Try to get it back to the point. The point man misses the puck. And it comes all the way out to the zone. The Romans transition game is very quick. Cosgrove dumps the puck in. Romans recover it. D-to-D pass deep in the zone. Reverse the play behind the net. McFadden attacking on the half boards. Weak shot on net, sails by the crease. And the Romans come back on the attack. Entering the zone on the angle, shot on net, saved by Prue. Puck's in the corner. Pressured by Keish. Wojcik gets it across the ice in neutral. Grads changing. Back on the attack, 2-on-1. Shot. Who gets across to the save? Net's off. Ref warning the goalie about the net being knocked off. Hogg behind the net. Puck gets to the point. Shot through traffic. Crew sees it the entire way. Gets a glove on that and holds on. Romans win the draw. Get it around in the corner. Lamotte with speed through neutral into the Romans' end. Centering pass to to Levesque. Goalie had to do some gymnastics to make a save, but he does. He keeps the puck out of the net. Romans lead pass across neutral. Lemut picks that off. He's harassed on the way in. Shot on net. Rebound. Cam can't get his stick on it, but the puck comes right back to him in the slot. It's picked off by Osgoode. We regain possession. Icing called against the Romans as they dump the puck way before the red line, afraid of being hit. Grads lose the draw. Romans come through neutral with speed, break into the zone. Short side shot. We were able to get a piece of that. Tarato stops the puck. It's coming across the crease. Centering pass. Shot that goes wide. Tarato battle in the corner. Puck comes behind the net. Brothers over to White. White passes Blue. Chips it into the Osgoode zone. He's in a foot race. Wins it to the back of the zone. He gets dumped and gets away with a slash behind the play. Caron over to Quiche. Quiche backhands to the Blue. Can't get it past neutral. As Osgoode comes in on the breakaway. Shot. Goal. On the deep. Cam taking the draw. Romans with the puck. Through neutral. They're stopped up by three Grads players, holding the line. As Hogg goes in for a hit. Lemut sees the puck. Gets it to the Blue. Shot on net. That's sent wide. Big hit by Wojcik. Great save by Peru. Hogg couldn't get the puck past the Blue. Shot on net. That's blocked in front somewhere. Hits the body. Another puck chipped from the Blue over the glass and out of play. Osgoode win the draw. They lose the battle for the puck. Their D walks to the Blue, sends the puck in deep. Brothers pushing it around. Puck comes to the point. Shot on net. That sails wide. The traffic in front. Brothers rims it to the Blue, not out. Osgoode in the high slot. Shot on net. That's tipped aside. Osgoode again from the corner. Baptiste gets dumped in his own zone. Levesque with McDonald. Levesque dumps it. Puck comes from McDonald to Levesque. Levesque with a shot point blank. Goalie able to handle that and holds on. Minute 4 left in the first period. Cam taking the draw. Back to Caron. Caron dumps it in. Osgoode get possession. Off the glass. And out. Cam picking that up in front of his net. Over to Quiche. He has pressure, loses the puck. Miscommunication, nobody goes for it. Osgoode picks it up in the corner, wraparound attempt. Safe. Osgoode wins the draw. Shot on net. That's it. Blocks that shot from the point. In on a lone. Tries to center it to his trailer. That didn't work. Three Osgoode players were back checked and ready to take any centering pass. Bad angle shot by White. Goes over the net. White's getting worked over behind it. Batsis comes in to help him out. He gets stripped of the puck, and Osgoode comes back the other way. Osgoode on the break in. To center. Tip shot from the slot. Who gets a stick on that? Sends it to the corner to end the first period as we hear the buzzer. All right, folks, get ready for puck drop. Second period. Referee's ready. There we go. Scramble at center. Romans come up with the puck. Deep in the zone. Around the zone to the blue. Shot on net. Fan. Still keeps possession and gets it deep. Osgoode jumping around the zone. Shot from the high slot. High on the goalie. He makes a save, able to find a rebound and get a glove on the puck for a whistle. 11:35 left in the second period. Osgoode get the puck to the line. Wojcik can't quite get it past neutral. Whereas the Romans send it back in. Brothers working his man over. McFadden recovers the puck. Passes red, sends it deep, goes for a change. Cosgrove putting pressure. Osgoode to reform and regroup and come back out. McFadden, backhand to the line, not out. Osgoode still keeping in. Brothers over to Parenteau. Parenteau from behind his net. Or to Wojcik. Wojcik cross ice pass, hits a skate on the way. Then jump into the zone. Osgoode retrieve it. And they organize for a breakout. Caden Cam got dumped. His skate was stuck with the other player. Osgoode got a shot on net. Goalie sticks out aside. Osgoode. Chip through center. Two coming in the zone. Shot on net attempt that goes wide. Another shot off the side of the net. From the point. Puck's jammed in the corner. Keish behind the net. He gets the puck. Keish knocks the player into the net. Nearly knocks the net over the goalie's head. The ref blows the whistle. And the play is dead. I don't think the ref can blame the goalie on that one. Their net coming off. Here comes McFadden to take the draw. McFadden kicked out for the late change. Baptiste takes it for him. Puck's brought back to the point. Shot on. He gets a pat on that through traffic. Another shot attempt from the short side. Oh, he sees that, gloves it, and holds on. McFadden taking the draw. Pulls it to Hogg. Hogg behind his net. Stops, reverses. Nobody there to pick it up. Romans leave it in the corner. Lamotte battling, gets it to White. White, cross-side attempt, a little high, picked off by the Romans. They send it back to neutral. Hogg to Lamotte. Lamotte gets it to the red. Romans regain possession. Chip pass as they enter the zone. Shot on net, blocked by Hogg. Romans cycle behind to the corner. Skating around the zone. Shot on the ice, tipped. Save. The Grads come back the other way. Cross ice pass attempt. By the Grads, but Osgoode sends it all the way down the ice for an icing. Cam takes the draw, brings it back to Brothers to Parenteau. Parenteau with pressure sends it deep in the zone. Parenteau pinching, keeps it in. Cosgrove up and out. Romans regain possession. D pass. And they're breaking out. Pass the blue. High slot. Turning. Back to the D. A little wide of the D. Couldn't handle the pass, so the Romans have to reorganize in neutral. Brothers deep in the zone. Gets angled out. Cosgrove on the wing. Gets it past the blue. And out. Romans again on the attack. Cam able to strip a Roman of the puck, but then he loses it. He's hit right in the middle of the ice when he didn't have the puck. Ref sees nothing. Ref then takes the puck from Parenteau up high. Seems to be okay. Brothers working behind the net. He gets completely destroyed in the corner. No call on the play. Brothers is down. Grads touch up the puck. Hit contact, let's go! Buck. Looks like his back is injured. Referee with no call on the play. Getting back up. Seems to be okay. Oh, looks like no penalty on the call. This game might get rough, folks. Already had a fight last game. See what happens. Shot from the point. It's tipped high. Blocked in the high slot. McDonald to Lefebvre. Lefebvre dumps it in before the red. No icing on the call. Osgoode reorganizes. Quiche bumps his man on his way in. McFadden working the corner. McFadden. Shot on net. Crew makes a save, finds his rebound quickly, jumps on it, and freezes the puck for a whistle. Brother is still being looked at by the trainer. Seems to be walking it off, seeing how he's feeling. Caron behind his net. Off the glass. Owen White able to puck it out. Caron back in the corner. Caron behind the net, all tied up. Two Romans around him. Caron lays a hit. Romans back at the point. Shot on net. That tips wide. Cam up to Batsis. Batsis with a nifty little move. He's able to get in on the wing. Cutting to center. He's stopped up as Cam leaves it behind the net for White. White back to the point. Lamotte looking, finds a lane, gets it to the net. Blocker save. Romans reorganizing. That's picked off. Batsis skating back in the zone. He gets to the slot. Can't pull the trigger. As the Romans get it back down the ice, and icing is called. Brother is still sitting, getting checked out by the trainer and the coach. Still not back in the game. Osgoode. Stay on him. Wide of the net. Going around. Lamotte putting pressure on the carrier. Centering pass. Shot on net. Save. Loose puck. Comes back to the point. Another shot on net. Blocked in front. Another shot attempt. Steered to the side by the D. Pog with the rim around to the point. Couldn't get it out. Wojcik steals the puck. Wojcik alone. Shot. Goalie gets a glove on that, and the puck goes wide. Offside is called. Guys have to tag up and regroup. Romans back on the offense. Puck rim all the way around. Romans picking it up on the rim. They get possession. Shot on net. That's popped up. By stick waved off. Wojcik, cross-ice pass picked off by Roman. Romans dump the puck back in. Cumberland back on the defense. Hog to Wojcik. Wojcik couldn't get it out. He does now. Romans back in neutral. D to D reorganizing. And they break in. Another shot on net, high and wide. Cumberland gets it to the blue. Shot through traffic. Crew gets a pad on that. Another puck sailed high of the net. Sent to the other corner. Romans get it to the point. Point man pinches in. Gets it back to the left corner. Centering pass, one-timer attempt. Sticks all tied up. Who's able to get a pad on that? Long change on the second period change. Romans back on the attack. Shot blocked by Quiche. Cam over to McDonald. McDonald gets it into the zone. Helped out by Levesque. Levesque putting pressure on the carrier. So is McDonald. McDonald looking his man in the corner. Up comes the Cam. Back to McDonald. Shot on net. Just tipped wide. Levesque fighting in the corner. Quiche coming in. Tries to get in McDonald. Just off its mark. Nagato pinching. The puck gets sent in to the Cumberland bench. We're going to have a face-off inside the Osgoode zone. Brothers still being looked over by the trainer and not back on the ice yet. McFadden pulls it back. Puck's jammed in the corner. Osgoode through center. Nagato keeps it close at the red. And it's still jammed up in neutral. Romans get it deep. Playing it in the corner. They have it behind the net. Chip to the half boards. White there to pick it up. Breakout pass. Hits a skate. Romans turn around. White again. Worked over by two players. Betsis with a big hit. Center ice. The top of the zone. As the Romans gain possession. Get it back to high slot. Shot on net. He tracks it all the way in to his glove and holds on. Crew indicates the net's off. Refs work it back in. Referee talking to the goalie, not sure what's being said. Caden Cam taking the draw. Romans push it towards the net. Short side attempt. That's sealed off. Romans back to the point. Half boards, shot on net. Through, gets it in the breadbasket. No mistakes, holds on, gets a whistle. Three 0 Romans. Almost the end of the second. Puck's jammed up by Caden Cam. Wojcik able to get it just before they're riding down the ice. Icing called against Cumberland. We're going to have another face-off to the left of the goaltender. Cam taking the draw. Puck jammed up. The face-off circle comes out to the high slot. Shot. Hits the body in front. Cam tried to get it to Levesque. Just couldn't reach the puck. Hogg. Off the boards. Couldn't get it out. Again, Hogg chips it to Wojcik. Wojcik backhands it. Makes its way to Lamotte. Lamotte tries to get it out. Still can't do it. Cam up to Wojcik. Wojcik dumps it. Osgoode there to pick it up and battle in the corner. Up by Wojcik. McFadden comes out with it. Fanned on the shot as the puck bounces over his stick. Caron shoots. That gets Through traffic weekly. Goalie steers that aside. And the Romans dump it down the ice. Skips off of Hogg's stick. And the icing is waved off. Levesque, the puck, sends it back to Caron as he had pressure on the half boards. Shot on net. From the net drive, who makes another pad save. Levesque gets it to Red and down the ice. McFadden pressuring. Caron holding the line. Shot on net, sails wide of the net. Battle along the boards. Puck's behind the net. Chip out. And Osgoode recover it at the buzzer as they get a shot on. A little bit of a scuffle in front of the net. And we're going to get settled in for the third period. All right, folks, good news. Brothers is back on the ice. Thankfully, he's all right. Face off. Osgoode sends it deep in the corner. Brothers gets it up to Cam, but not out. Shot on net. From outside the ringette line. Goalie sees it all the way. Holds on. It's a face off. Skate and Cam. Loses the draw. Romans get possession at the point. Send it to the half boards. Scramble along the boards. Back to the point. Shot on net. That sails wide. Taranto gets it out. Not down the ice. Brothers behind his net. He's pressured. Baptiste backhands it just out of the zone. As the Grads have to reset. Puck left on the side of the net. Cam picks that up. Backhand over to White. White chips it into the zone. Gets hit going to the puck. Romans recover it. Sauce to the middle. McFadden back checking and putting pressure. Hogg chipped it on the board. The Grads able to put pressure, get the puck out. McFadden going offside, battling for the puck. So Boychuk had to turn around and wait. Romans centering attempt. Their other player wasn't there to pick up the puck. A shot on net. Who gets a chest on that? Hogg in the corner. Up the boards to Boychuk. Boychuk pinned in front of the Cumberland bench. McFadden covers it, sends it to Cosgrove. Cosgrove able to get the puck all the way down the ice. Romans with the pass attempt. That sails by a couple players who weren't expecting it. Caron Gets it to Quiche. Quiche down the ice. Osgoode. Recover it. Send it back into the grad zone. Cajon behind his own net. Quiche. Quiche. Sauce through center. Offside is called. Grads tried to make one little extra stick handling move. Entering the zone. Calls the offside. We have another whistle, another face-off. Just outside of the Richmond Osgoode territory. Good cab, ties up his head. McDonald. So the puck towards the net. Didn't quite make it. Cajon. Weak shot towards the net. Doesn't make it there as it hit a body. Cam recovered at the high slot. Shot it over the goalie's head and on the glass behind the net. Huge hard pass to McDonald. McDonald. So towards the net. Levesque. Backhand attempt. That's chipped wide. Quiche. Pinching. Gets the puck deep. Romans recover. Reed Levesque covers the puck. Over to Cajon. Cajon battling at the line. Able to keep it in. And gets it back deep in the zone. Levesque working his player over to the puck. Cajon gets it back to McDonald. Shot on net. Off of Levesque. And the goalie is able to find that and hold on. Puck trickled by Paranto. Brothers there to pick it up. He's pressured. Gets the puck back to a Richmond Osgoode player. 3-on-1 shot into the back of the net. 4-0 Romans. Romans with the puck off the glass. Parato couldn't keep it in, but sends it back in deep. Romans with the puck in deep. Parato on the battle. Puck goes to the corner. Behind the net. Parato still battling for it. Gets it to White. White. Long shot down the ice as the Romans were changing. Baptiste becoming a wrecking ball, and they get him a penalty for interference. Power play Romans. Face off, shot from the point, tipped wide on the net. Romans with possession in the corner. Centering attempt from the slot, shot on net. Who made a save? Whistle is blown. That was off. Face off to the left of the goalie. Orchik loses the draw. Puck comes back to the point. Point man walks in. Down low. Puck's behind the net. The corner. Backdoor pass with an easy tap in. for the Romans. 5-0. Caden Camp taking a draw. Romans get possession. Up to neutral. Levesque pins his man. Romans get possession. Shot on net. Through. Makes a save. Finds his rebound. Holds on. Drew being warned about the stick when he got slashed. He slashed back. Brothers loses the puck inside the net. Romans regain possession. Cam helping him out. Cam gets hit. Brothers recovers it. Brothers chipped high, not out. Romans with the puck. They get a deep centering pass. Scramble. Loose puck. Cam gets it to Levesque. Grads get it out. Shot on net. He gets a glove on that. Not fully, can't catch it, goes wide behind the net. Can't get the puck out. Sent back in at the point. Point man. Still keeps it in. Roman still with the puck in the corner. Sent it to the player that was coming off the bench with speed. Pass was a little bit off its mark. The Romans have to regroup in their own zone. Hogg gets it at the Romans blue. Sends it back in. Romans regain possession and go for a skate. Entering the zone. Shot on net. He gets a glove on it. Holds on for a whistle. Running time, folks. 7:50 left in the period. Got him. Moves it back to Lemot. Lemot around his net. Sends it off the boards and out. Richmond regains possession, dumps it in from the red. He leaves it there for Hogg. Lemot, his corner, over the wing to White. White kicked off the board, down the ice. Some holding and collisions, no calls on the play. Lemot in his own zone. Rims it to White. White on the wing on the half boards. Off the boards. Can't get it out. Hogg lifting his stick from the high slot. And he gets a puck to Baptiste. Baptiste hits a red and dumps. Goes for a change. White pressuring. Romans come back the other way. 3-on-3 entry. Shot from the slot. He gets a blocker on it, steers it to the side. Behind the net, to the point. Shot, patted aside. Romans again. Reverse down low. In the corner. White on the wing. Centering pass to Cosgrove. Cosgrove gets the red and dumps it down. Caron off the glass onto Cosgrove. Cosgrove. It's back to Quiche. Quiche, Caron. Caron skates behind his net. looks along the boards to White, or to Woodchick. Woodchick can't control it. Jumps down the ice. Touched up at the blue by Rovers. Icing waved off. Grads organize and break back out. Cosgrove carries the puck offside as Cam was a little bit ahead of him. Cam takes a draw. Romans pull it back. Enter the zone. They send it deep. Bravo in the corner. Sent behind the net. Centering pass, a little hot. Nobody could get their stick on it. Goes all the way down the ice. Goalie plays the puck. Romans organizing. Skating through. Neutral. They take the ref out at the same time. No whistle on the play. As Cumberland gets the puck out and down the ice. Romans resetting. Miscommunication. McDonald able to get a hand on that puck. Sends it onto the net. Romans again on the breakout. Fadden going in for a hit. He misses it. Donato gets a centering pass and sends it out of the zone. Demott trying to chip it out. Can't do it. Working his man in the corner. Hog rims it around. Richmond tried to pass, but they couldn't get their sticks on it properly. McDonald just able to wait long enough for Levesque to get out of the zone. Sales went in onto the net, and we have a whistle. .235 left in the third period. Romans again with possession. DVD pass. Working the zone. They get it past the red and dump it. Crew comes out of his net, plays it to White. White can't get it out of the zone. Shot on net. Stick saved by the goalie. Mutt behind the net. He's covered by two players. Gets it to White. White flips it up across the zone. Grads get it out, but not down the ice. Back in their zone again. Hogg behind the net. Taps it over to White. White gets hit. Lamotte coming in to help him out. Lamotte recovers the puck. Rims the puck around. Romans centering attempt. Behind the net. Shot. Who gets a piece of that, sends it to the side. Romans behind the net. Wrap around attempt at the center. Brad's get a stick on it. And Baptiste finally gets possession and skates it out. Baptiste into the zone. Shot on net. Goalie traps that. And hangs on for a whistle. Centering attempt. Shot just missed. Back to Keish. Keish sends it back in deep. Centering pass, shot on net. Goalie makes a great save off of Cam's stick. Romans again around the net. 10 seconds left. They break out, get to red. They dump it in on a soft dump, and that's going to be game. Almost touches it up. So that's it for the tournament, folks. Thanks for watching.